everyone, and welcome back. The Godsaw here, and we're going to be talking about some more AEW games. They just recently did AEW Games 2 show. I believe this was number 4. I did skip out on the last one, which was number 3, and also their most recent announcement about the beta as well, because mostly I didn't have too much to really talk about that. And the beta I was referring to was the beta for Elite General Manager. Now, it does look like it's going to be something that's very interesting, maybe something I would like to get myself into at some point in time, though I am not a huge mobile game player to go along with it. There are a few games that I play, but it's not something I usually focus on a lot, at least in the terms of my gaming side. But of course, they did talk about both of those things here, and of course, a little bit of an update as well going into the console game as well to go along with that. So it was Ali and Aubrey Edwards this time around doing the hosting of the show. And that's pretty much, I think, how they're supposed to be going. They made mention to that a while back when Kenny said he was going to be stepping away until he had more updates about the console game. Which we do get a brief little bit from Kenny here about the console game later. But first of all, they did talk a little bit about the casino game. One of the biggest gripes about that casino game, at least right at the beginning, or at least like one of the biggest issues about it, is that yes, it had AEW Double or Nothing in the title, but there wasn't really anything AEW related. They are talking about that, and they have recently released more things such as gifts and other aspects to title belts, and you're getting little snippets of AEW in there. So it's more than just the name of the branding, and it's just some random casino game. It's becoming a little bit more full circle, and it has more of the AEW stuff in there. Like I mentioned, I believe they're talking about like that you can give gifts, and I think they're going to be adding other stuff that revolves around the AEW brand into it as well, which is a good thing on that particular side of it. It's something that I have not personally played too much of. I did play it right off the bat a little bit, but I haven't played too much recently, so it'll be interesting to go back and look at some of that stuff down the line that has come out down the road here on that particular side. After that, they did go into more Elite General Manager. Basically, Aubrey was talking about not just the development of the game, but also how the beta ended up going. A few of the little bugs and everything that happened during the particulars of that beta, and things that they would be able to fix down the line to go along with that. Not only did they do that, and I know they made mention to this in their original beta announcement, but they didn't really talk a lot about the multiplayer aspect of it, but the factor that it's in there, and it was there for the beta test as well, which I think is a good thing. The aspect of a multiplayer where you can take your own television show, in this case an AEW Dynamite, your own version of it, and have it go up against other people's versions to see which one ends up being better, I think it's actually a very good thing into into that particular game, and it should be interesting to see there. Like I said, they made mention to a potential for a second beta down the line, which these are generally closed betas, so you would have to sign up for them. I think this might be something I might want to give a shot and try to sign up for and see if I could get into it myself down the line. Of course, I have no idea if that would ever be the case, but I may be making a sign up for that somewhere down the line. Maybe I'll be able to do something with it as well. So this brings us into the console game itself. Yes, Kenny Omega did have a bit of an update. They did not have him there on camera. It was more of just a video of him talking a little bit about the game itself and showing off a little bit of footage. Yes, we actually saw some gameplay footage, and we got to see we got to see another model in the game. So back when they originally did the original trailer for the AEW console game, you saw Chris Jericho, you saw Kenny Omega, and you saw Hikaru Shida in that particular time. We haven't seen any other game models since then. Now they were showing off a little bit of what Darby Allin, not just showing off the Darby Allin model, but they were showing off a little bit of what the game was as well. No, you didn't get a lot out of this. You did get a few little snippets if you do watch closely in there. It feels like some of the aspects of it They are kind of going into potential like maybe cinematic moves where you see camera changes to particular areas, kind of like almost what you would see on a wrestling television show, where it's like they're doing a move and it's going from like this static hard camera to a different camera angle to go along with it. I did like what I saw there a little bit, even though it's really hard to really say where it's exactly at this point in time. You can't even really tell what kind of mechanics they're going to be having in the game at this point because it's that early on. So it's really hard to say where that is at this point. But the gameplay, which you would have to assume that it would end out looking pretty good based off the fact that they would be showing off a little bit of it at this point in time, I thought looked fine. I thought it looked fine, and I thought it looked good for that particular side of it. I actually kind of liked what the model looked like as well. It came pretty darn close to Darby Allin, and I know they're going for a more arcadey style feel, so go along with that. They're kind of maybe going more arcadey versus simulation, which I think is a good way of going. Simulation is not bad, but you do need that switch up from a simulation style game to more of an arcade based style game to go along with it. So I thought it was actually I thought it was quite good for what it was. Obviously, knowing that they're probably even not even in a they're probably not even to pre-alpha at this point in time. They're definitely not into an alpha state on that one. And I actually like the aspect that Aubrey Edwards brought up, like how much time it can take to get through making a model into a video game to go along with that. Just putting it out there that it does take a lot of time, and I know that it's a little weird when you think about wrestling video games, especially how WWE always had one coming out every single year, and Ukes was the ones that were making it at the time. Like I said, based off of everything that, like from past experiences, because I had technically worked on a couple of the WWE games in the past as a tester, based off of past experiences. I'm left cautiously optimistic about how this game is going to be. This does not change that in any way, shape, or form. On that particular side, I really, like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic because I feel, and you can definitely tell in this one, they're taking their time. Because they're not trying to just rush it out there. Like I don't even like. I will be almost shocked they if we get a release date this year in any way, shape, or form. I think we may be waiting until sometime next year to even hear about a potential release date. Now, I would not be shocked for a 2022 release date of this game, but I don't think we're going to get that announcement until next year at this point. So we'll definitely see where everything goes. But overall, not a bad show, and it definitely was a little bit more to talk about on this particular side of everything. We will be back when they do another show, of course, as long as there is enough updates to go along with that. And with that being said, if you guys did like what you saw here, please give a like, a share, a subscribe. And with that being said, everybody tonight, take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your day.